Alright, so now that I did all of my dumb phones, it is now time to do all of my smartphones. I think I have almost 40 smartphones that I gotta go over here, which is a lot, but I say we go ahead and get into it. So let's hop right into it. We'll start with this. This is the Huawei Ascend Plus. It works perfectly fine. It's a pretty old phone now. It's almost 10 years old. Runs Android 4.0.4. So, yeah. It's pretty old. And it's pretty cheap. But, still cool. It is slightly cracked. I don't really think you can see that. I'll have to wait to put it in sleep mode. Yeah, I do not have a lock code on this anymore. I just have so many smartphones that it's kind of pointless to have, or kind of hard to keep track of passcodes now, so I just took a bunch off. But yeah, you can sort of see the crack right there. A shelf ended up falling on the phone. I don't know how the damage isn't way worse. So yeah, that's pretty impressive that it's only that much. This is one of my 4 BlackBerry Z10s. It's pretty ridiculous. Is this the one that... No, this one's fine. 3 of them work, 1 of them doesn't. One of them is completely bricked. This one does work. They are all on Verizon. They are all the black models, which is cool, but I do want to maybe change them out at some point. Don't know. This one does take a while to start up, so I will be back when it is done booting. And there we go. So just like that, running BlackBerry OS 10, which is actually kind of a cool operating system to play around with. So yeah. Let's do the top bar away. There we go. So yeah. Moving on to this guy. Refocus. There we go. This is the Samsung Galaxy J3 2016 in a unnecessarily large case. Not even a Defender. This is an OtterBox commuter. I don't even want to know what the Defender looks like for this phone. But pretty cool phone. Runs Android 5.1.1. So it's pretty slow. There we go. So yeah, running Android 5.1.1. And no, this isn't a custom ROM. This is launcher. So that's why it looks like that. But yeah, pretty cool. Come on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, you're one of those. This is the ZTE Maven 3, a long-time member of this phone collection. And you can go away. Super basic phone. Doesn't have a great screen. Doesn't have a good camera. Has a reasonable speaker. That was perfectly timed. Has a meh battery. I mean, I've had it for 4 years now, so if it's degraded, I understand why. Let's go. This is running Android as 7.1.1. Let's go. Pretty cool. I'm losing my balance every second. This is the HTC Droid Incredible 4G LTE. Stupidly long name. But it works perfectly fine on Android 4.1, or no, 4.0.4 as well, I believe, right? Yep, 4.0.4 with HTC Sense 4.1. And there's NHL notifications for you. That's going to happen a couple times. Alright, I'm going to end up running out of room here before I finish all these, I'm sure. But we'll move on here to this one. Get that focus, there we go. This is the Samsung Galaxy S4. Takes a while for that to pop up, so I wasn't able to really do that. But it works perfectly fine. It is cracked. It does have a hairline crack going through the screen. Shelf didn't fall on this one. It was like this when I got it. I've had this phone for about a year now. It's still a very interesting phone to play around with. So yeah, but pretty cool. I like it so far. And power button disease because Android 4.4. This is running 4.4.4 KitKat. There we go. This is the Samsung Moment. A very old Samsung phone. One of the oldest Android phones that I know they made. Not the first one though, but close. It's got a slide out keyboard, so that's pretty cool. That's loud. Yeah, works perfectly fine. Runs Android 2.1. Yeah, Android 2.1 Eclair. So, yeah. This is going to be hard to focus, but I think I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Sort of. This is the AT&T Radiant Core. Just an overall pile of crap. So it doesn't know how to turn off. After you shut it off, it boots back up within 5 minutes. So that's ridiculous. The screen sucks. The camera sucks. It's the whole the backplate is all one shell, so it's breaking and not really staying intact in the greatest. There's definitely a crack there that you really can't see, and it takes forever to boot up, so I will be back when it does boot up. There, it finally decided to boot up. There we go. And yeah, the good old 404 wallpaper. This phone's always giving problems. I know it is not 11:40 p.m. on December 31st. Don't know where it got that from, but it is a moronic phone, so I understand why it says that. This is the ZTE Sonata 2, a much smaller, older version of the Maven 3. Pretty cool phone. It's my only working phone on Cricket right now, so that's cool. There we go. So that's working. Is that 146? Nope. I was going to say that's very off. Yeah, it's not February 17th. Alright. And power button disease. Because always. This is the very screwed up Curio Touch 4S. That is, I don't feel those cracks on the surface, but this is meant to be a kid's smartphone, and it's worthless. Absolutely worthless pile of garbage. I don't even know why I still have it. Alright. This is one of my 2 HTC Droid Airises. Works perfectly fine. Can I shut you off now? Yes. Got the old droids on skateboards, that's cool. This is also running Android 2.1, both of the Airises are. The other one is somewhere in the... oh no, it's like right on top. And both on Verizon, because phones under the Droid name are. There you go. Yeah. Just a basic, super old Android phone. Congrats on your new HTC phone. Tap the pencil button below to send a message. Yeah. New. Sure. Alright, next phone is going to be this guy. There we go. This is the Motorola Droid Mini. Pretty cool phone. Doesn't have a great battery, but it works just fine. It was laggier than usual. But yeah, it works perfectly fine on Android 4.4.4. It's in pretty nice shape. But again, just doesn't have a good battery, and the camera does not work at all. I think it might be the camera app, though, because the camera optics look fine. So, I don't really know what's going on. So, there you go. It's on Apex Launcher. And the home screen is very bare because this version of Android doesn't have much support anymore. And power button disease, because always. What will be next? It will be this. This is the Droid Razr M. Again, works perfectly fine. It is cracked. Yeah, you can see that. But not severely. Has a pretty nice looking OLED display. And it is under 720p. But it's an old phone. And a super cool boot animation, because all Droid phones do. Can I shut you off now? Yes. Yeah, I hear you. This one does often take a while. But it's in the final stages. There we go. There we go. This is running Android 4.4.2. Shut your mouth. Yeah, Android 4.4.2. Probably the worst power button disease out of any of them. Try and move those over. This one next. This is the Samsung Galaxy S9. That is loud. Obnoxiously loud vibration motors. There we go. This one does take a minute. It's got his lock screen disease, kind of. And that one still doesn't want to shut off. Come on. You suck. So, give this one a second here. There we go. Works perfectly fine on Android 10 with launcher, because just to make it look a little bit more like a like stock Android. And launchers seem to work fine with the swipe gestures now. I guess that was in an update. So, yeah. Although you can still use the force touch home button on the S9, which is nice to have. And now do you want to shut off? Are you serious? Oh, there you go. Okay. That was interesting. Do this one next. I think that's good. This is the BlackBerry Torch 9860. Works perfectly fine. Running BBOS 7.1, I think. Not really sure. It says on the backplate that it's on US Cellular, but in here I see a T-Mobile mail, so I really don't know what it's on. I'm gonna just say it's on T-Mobile, but yeah, I really don't know. Here is the other Droid Ares. Again, works perfectly fine. Droids on skateboards. Iris is making noises. The iris on the camera. There we go. So yeah, this is small enough. This is the iPhone SE first generation. Works perfectly fine. Has a just garbage battery. Like it lasts like 45 minutes at most. Probably not even that. Check the battery health when it boots here. But this phone is still running strong. I think this is its last software version. iOS 15.4.1. You're loud. And that's frozen. That is very frozen. What? Come on. Come on. Or don't. There you go. Battery health service. Oh, it doesn't even know. This iPhone is unable to determine battery health and an Apple authorized service provider. Oh, now it's went away. Yeah, battery health 86%. So, not exactly great. Yeah, definitely not too good. So, yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and move on here. Do this one next. This is actually my main phone. This is the iPhone XR. Oops, that's not in focus. There we go. Works perfectly fine on iOS 15.4.1. Battery health, the battery's not great anymore. It's at 90, so it's fine. but yeah, definitely not great. But yeah, the phone still works for me perfectly fine. I've had it for just about a year now. So yeah, pretty cool. This is the Motorola Photon Q. Shut your face. Schmexy black background blur. Love how that looks. This one is on Sprint. Well, it's actually on Freedom Pop. I don't really know. I've definitely heard of Freedom Pop before. I mean, it's just basically unlocked, I think, now. But this phone doesn't really have a SIM card slot that I can find. Shut up. And planes. There we go. Works perfectly fine. Not this again. So yeah. Next phone is this guy. This is the Moto Z Force Droid. That is very screwed up. You might be able to tell by that angle that the OLED is basically dead. I sliced through it when trying to repair it. Failing miserably. So yeah, not doing too hot. So yeah, I mean, the phone technically still works, but there's not really anything you can do with it. So yeah, kind of just sits there. Very unfortunate. This is the HTC Trophy. This is my only Windows phone in this stack. Windows Phone isn't exactly the most useful thing anymore, but it works. Do want to get a Windows 10 phone at some point. That'd actually be pretty cool to play around with. Still not useful, but... Are we... Okay, I thought the system crashed again. Yeah, we're looking. Alright. So... This is the LG G3. Shut your face. This is the LG G3. Works perfectly fine. Running Android 6.0, which I didn't even think the G3 got up to 6.0. But it does. At least the Verizon models do. I don't know if any of the other ones do or not. Yeah, this is a very cool phone. I like it a lot so far. Okay, that had a mild stroke. And oh, there we go. So yeah, works perfectly fine. Again, on Android 6.0, I believe. I believe it's just 6.0, not a sub version. Or an iterative version. Yeah, Android 6.0. Marshmallow. So, pretty cool. And I don't know what it's doing. There we go. And also, I thought the G3 had an OLED display, but it very doesn't. Again, at least the Verizon models don't. I don't really know. Smaller phone down here. I guess we'll do this guy. This is the iPhone 3G. that is very old. Excuse me? Very old, very bad battery. Still in decent shape though. Shut up. So yeah, works perfectly fine on iOS. Jesus, iOS 4.2.1, I believe. Wi-Fi does not work at all. Yeah, no Wi-Fi. Doesn't even recognize a Wi-Fi processor, chip, whatever. Yeah, iOS 4.2.1. There you go. Okay, so I already recorded this clip once, but I was not happy with it, so I'm just going to record it again for you guys real quick. I wanted to throw this one in really quick since I have time before this goes up. This is the Google Pixel XL. It's the original one. Let me focus that. Is that focus okay? I hope so. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is the original Google Pixel XL. I've only had it for about 2 days of me recording this, but so far I really like it. It's a really nice phone. It runs really well on Android 10, surprisingly. The battery's pretty bad. Like, it's really bad. It's very degraded and just does not last long. But other than that, I mean, the phone is really nice. The camera is really good. I'm going to put in sample photos here. I mean, it's just photos of my cat, but it's really nice so far. Android 10 actually runs pretty well on it, surprisingly, considering this shipped back in 2016 with Android 7. Where is it? That's not the place where you go for that. There we go. Android 10. Yep. So yeah. And the gesture navigation, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if it's... I think the one on the S9 is a little bit better. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to keep it on, though. So, yeah. Alright, moving on here to this. Whoa. Camera quake. This is one of my 2 iPhone 8s. This one is in gold. Probably, I'm not sure you would have been able to tell by the case. Ugh. That's peeling. That's nice. But yeah, this phone is in gold. It's actually a really nice color. I did not think I would like it as much as I do. So yeah, there we go. Again, running iOS 15.4.1. Battery health is at 92%, so not too bad. I mean, the iPhone 8 battery was never that great, but this one's okay. NHL strokes, literally. So yeah, there we go. Alright. This is the Moto Droid Max 2. Well, at least it looks like it, but it's actually a Moto X Play with the wrong backplate. I don't know how. I really don't. But I actually think it's kind of cool to have a Moto X Play. Not really that noteworthy, but pretty cool. Because I already have my Droid Turbo 2, so this is kind of just the lower end version if it was the Max 2. So yeah, this is running Android 6.0.1, I believe. If settings wants to load. Maybe not. Let's give that another try. Come on, what are you doing? Alright, well, it's being slow. But yeah, I think it's on 6.0.1. Here is the second Z10. Does this one work? Yes, it does. Get that booted. Come on, there you go. I don't know why these phones are so slow to boot up. I guess that's just Z10 nature. So I'll be back when this is done booting. Alright, it is booted and working. So yeah, I mean, it's the same as the other one. Literally the same home screen setup. So yeah, there we go. Do this. This is the Motorola Droid Turbo 2. I've had this one for a while now. Actually, not that long, like just over a year. There's another clear indication to tell that the Droid Max 2 isn't actually a Droid Max 2 and is a Moto X Play. Because it would have had this startup screen. I think the Max 2s have that. Unless they have the original Turbo startup screen. I don't know. This one's really slow. Because the Snapdragon 810 is just a garbage processor. But that actually wasn't too bad. So yeah. But it's a really cool phone. I do like it a lot. Just like how it feels, like how it looks. Just don't love how it runs. I think we only have about 2 more rows to go. So I'll move on to my other iPhone 8. This one is in space gray. I was about to say that would have been obvious, but the red also had the black front. But no, this is not the red. But still super cool. I really do like this phone. I use it all the time. Oop. If I can enter my passcode right, there we go. Realize that whole thing was not in focus, but yeah, super cool phone. And it works really well on iOS 15. Okay, go away. Go away. Oh my god. I'll put this on Do Not Disturb. Shut up. Oh my god, what are you doing? Battery health is at 93%, so again, not too bad. I mean, battery, again, on the iPhone 8 isn't all that great, but it works. This is the LG Rebel 4. This phone does work fairly well. It's actually not that slow. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. No, it's actually not that bad. This is running Android 8.1.0, so not too bad. Come on. Yep, Android 8.1.0. So, pretty cool. And Twitter being Twitter. Here is the third Z10. Come on. Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. So I'll be back when this one is done booting. There we go. Working just fine. Yeah. This is the Samsung Galaxy S6. This one is pretty screwed up. It has a bad charging port. It has a very, very, very bad battery. Yeah, it's just not doing too hot. But it works. Running Android 7.0. This one does still have a code, I believe. Yep. It has a fingerprint sensor. So I kept it on there. There's not really a whole lot you can do with this phone because it doesn't last more than like 20 minutes on a charge. So yeah, hopefully I can replace the battery and the port at some point, but I don't know. But the rest of the phone is in pretty solid condition overall. So yeah. Also, they call this color sapphire black. That is very not black. That is very blue. But it's a super cool color. I like it a lot. This is the last of these E10s. This one does not work. It is bricked. I did that. I bricked a BlackBerry Z10, so that's nice. Don't recommend it. I don't. Okay, one last row to go. This is the LG Phoenix 3. Works perfectly fine. It is cracked. I ended up dropping it at one point and it did not do too well. But yeah, it works perfectly fine on Android 7.0. The sound like decides when it wants to work and when it doesn't want to work for some reason. So I don't really know what's up with that. Come on. There you go. Kind of. Race to get this done before the camera battery dies and you're screwing it. This is the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. works perfectly fine. On Android 4.4.4. I thought these were updatable with 6.0, but I guess the T-Mobile versions aren't. So I don't really know. Yeah, works perfectly fine. Gotta do the swipe fingerprint. Come on, there you go. Yeah, really nice phone overall. I like using it for the S Pen, and just overall, it works really well. The camera glass is missing completely, but the camera still works perfectly fine that way. Yeah, doesn't really seem to have a problem. So yeah, I like this phone a lot. Okay, a couple more updates since I still haven't posted this yet. So 2 phones we have since gotten rid of since I recorded the original clips. So I no longer have the Moto Z Force or the bricked BlackBerry Z10. Those are gone. They were destroyed for a skit we did at my job. So yeah, that's the reason I don't have them anymore. They are just completely busted and useless now. So one more update is with the Note 4. This is right now essentially stuck in a boot loop. So you can see up there it says recovery booting. I tried to wipe it because I was trying to get a fresh start on all my phones, and it basically just keeps flashing on the screen where it's wiping. Yeah, you can see that right there, just barely. I'll try to freeze frame it to see if you can catch what it's trying to say. But yeah, it's basically stuck there. There's not really much I can do with it right now besides, Odin flash it, except they can't do that because I need a PC, and I'm not javaing my Mac, so yeah. And then the last update is we have 2 new phones. So I showed the Pixel in in a secondary clip. 2 more phones have come in with a trade with one of my friends. So first phone is this. This is the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. It works, but it's Google locked, and the bypass for it basically no longer works because the YouTube app that you need to bypass it is out of date and you can't use it anymore. So, yeah, it's pretty much stuck where it is right now. I pretty much am stuck at Odin flashing it, which kind of sucks. Because this is actually a really nice phone. I like it a lot. From, as much as I've been able to use it. But yeah, you can see it is running Oreo. Obviously I don't know which version, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty much where it's stuck at right now. So, oops. I'm gonna shut that down. So yeah, I'm really disappointed because this is a super nice phone in the ice blue color. Yeah, I really want to get this thing working at some point. And then the other new phone actually is working perfectly. Not in the greatest shape though. This is the Alcatel. I don't know what the Cricket version is called. I think it's the Alcatel Glimpse. I know the AT&T version is called the Volta, but I don't know which what the name is of this one. I know it's the 502R, but I think there's like 2 names for it. But you can see it works. It is pretty much shattered completely. I did not do that. That was not me. But yeah, it works perfectly fine. It's on Android 10 Go. So it's actually a really nice phone. I mean, for a budget phone. There we go. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, even with the giant shatter, everything on the screen still works. And this isn't really that sharp. So yeah, I do have launcher set up on it though. The stock launcher really isn't that bad. It's just, you know, I like my launcher setup. And anything, the phone that's really not full stock Android, I will not, I really won't, skip my launcher. It also has decent Face ID, or face recognition. Of course, it's not going to recognize me behind the camera. Jeez, yeah. Let's see if I can get it to work. Come on. There we go. So yeah, it wouldn't recognize me behind the camera, but yeah, the facial recognition on this phone is actually not too bad. It also has a dedicated assistant button, which I really like. So yeah, it's a nice phone compared to some of my other budget, basically Best Buy phones like the Rebel. I think this is way nicer. So yeah, I actually really like this phone a lot. So yeah, that is the couple of updates. This is the iPhone 7. This one works perfectly fine. I actually like using this phone a lot. Well, for one thing, it's a 128 gig iPhone 7, so that's really nice. And yeah, yes, it does have a California case, and I do not live in California. My friend got it in a mystery box, and he just said, screw it. Told him I have an iPhone 7 and I need a case, so it was like, take it. So yeah, again, works perfectly fine on iOS 15.4.1. Battery health says it's still at 100, so I think the battery was replaced before I got it. I've only had this phone for like 6 months, I think. So, yeah. But really cool phone. I like it a lot. This is the Moto E5. This phone works perfectly fine. It's actually a pretty cool phone. It works really smoothly for being just a basic track phone.
Hello, Moto.
There's that. This is running Android 8.1.0, I believe. Yeah, I think it's 8.1.0. Let's see here. Yep, Android 8.1.0. And last for the entire collection, this is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. Again, it works perfectly fine. It's actually a really nice phone. It doesn't run the smoothest, for obvious reasons, because it's a Galaxy S7 and it's degrading, but yeah. But it is a really cool phone. I do like it a lot. Yeah, that actually ran way smoother than normal. So that was pretty impressive. So yeah, this is running Android 8.0, believe. Yeah, 8.0. Again, launcher. I pretty much have launcher on all the Android phones that support it. So yeah. there's that. So anyways, that is my entire cell phone collection. It is still crazy to me that I have now over 100 phones. Yeah, it's wild. So, yeah, but that's that. So if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe down below. And follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for behind the scenes and more crazy shit like this. Yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.